Hey everybody, Sean here, Backpack Broker. Welcome to another episode of the 320. I'm telling you, this is why you have great people in your life. When they're willing to drop everything in the middle of staging just to come help you with your podcast this week because you've got amazing things to say. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I just want to invite my amazing friend and mentor, Kim Frazier, to the 320 podcast. Kim, welcome.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me today. Sorry for my full appearance. Like you said, I literally got the call from you and I'm staging a new listing in Lakeland and I'm literally in workout clothes. Normally I would be dressed, so I apologize.
You're amazing. No, that's why I said she's amazing, people. She will pick up the phone in the middle of anything. She's on her way to Orlando for a big EXP event. Because one of the things I've always said about EXP must be doing something right because these guys have events every single month or something like Cabo, Hawaii, whatever. But So one of the things we've been talking about just recently, you and I, people making that jump from EX or making that jump from a Keller or Donald Scott or whatever over to EXP.
Yes.
Normally here on the 320, we're talking about market, but for some reason, I just felt like this would be a good week to talk to agents. So agents, this is for you. So if you're thinking about becoming an agent or you are an agent, this is for you. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, NW320, and we will talk to you next week. But, or actually tomorrow, you can check out the 320. We're going to do another episode of the market update. But Kim, why EXP and why now?
Well, I joined 2 years ago. And to be honest with you, as great as it was then, it was a no-brainer for me to leave John L. Scott after 19 years to come to EXP. I'm licensed in 2 states, Washington and Texas. And I'm working on my Arizona license in Florida later this year as well. The cool thing about that at EXP is we're not a franchise. So we're one brokerage across all 50 states. We're actually in 25 countries as well. So I pay one cap, all 50 states. And it's less actually than what I even paid at John L. Scott. And I had a sweetheart deal because I'd been there for 19 years and I was the number one agent. Right. I left. So we are leading the trend in revenue year over year, agent count year over year, production, units sold. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And I kick myself for not having come sooner. I was approached about a year and a half sooner and was like, nope, I'm fine. I guess I just wasn't miserable enough where I was to change.
And now I've heard, and I actually experienced this once. I ran into an agent. I was in a QFC. I ran into another agent who knew I was with EXP. And we had talked, right? Because we talk about it. And we talk about it because we're excited about it. Like we've been at outside Crockett's and Kim and I had the exact same target, and we were talking to this person. We're like, man, a career in real estate would be amazing for you because we genuinely believe it. Mm-hmm. I was in QFC. I was talking to another agent, and he said, I mean, let's just go ahead and we'll just say the quiet part out loud, right? You know, some people have some feelings sometimes when they're talking to an EXP agent. Oh, they're going to try and recruit me. The first thing I would say is 1, yes, because they believe that there's a better opportunity for you. 2, yes, not everyone articulated, and what they actually said to me was that I kind of get a slimy feeling sometimes. I don't get that with you. And I was like, cool, well, let's have a conversation. And I think sometimes that can be a challenge when they kind of get that, feeling of, rev shit.
Yeah, they're being recruited or looking to benefit. I had the same experience with Keller Williams, to be honest with you, for about, I've been an agent 21 years, and I would say for 16, 17 years, Keller Williams heavily pursued me time and time again. Yeah. And sometimes they would sick people on me that weren't as great. Like, oh, you could be doing your business so much better. Right. I'm the top 1% of all agents in the state and in the nation. Right. And this one guy, they sicked on me from Oregon one time. He was like, you could be doing it so much better. You're basically a loser and you're not doing your business well. I'm like, please don't ever have this guy for me again. I think I'm doing okay. I'm selling like 80 houses a year, but thank you. Have a super day. Because he wanted me to come there and create this team. Right. So, I mean, we're all recruited by someone. I've been recruited by Compass, by Keller Williams, by Windermere, by Caldwell Banker. They've taken me to dinner, taken me to lunch, taken me to breakfast. Every single brokerage recruits. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a brokerage. Absolutely. Keller Williams sets up team leaders, and that's their specific job. Right. But because we're owners in the company at EXP, EXP allows us to share in the profit of the company and makes us owners. And so we have a vested interest to find the best and the brightest that we want to work with and help encourage them. And so I can tell you, when I was at John L. Scott, I was the number one agent. There was nowhere else to go except for down, right? When I came to EXP, I was challenged to do more. I think once you hit that pinnacle of being the top agent, you're like, now what? Now what do I do? There's nowhere to change. And so when I saw this, and I sold about 1,200 homes, $800 million in real estate, you get a little bored, right? I'm like looking for something new. And when I saw this opportunity and the ability that I had to meet you and pour into you and help you build your career and make your life better for your family, that was really attractive to me. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about me and everyone else I could help. And so for me, the second I saw the model, I was like, I'm in. My husband actually had to slow me down for a second. He was like, slow down for a second, because I was ready to sign that second. He was like, let's vet it to make sure we're not throwing away our 19-year career on a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Well, now 2 years later, EXP is like leading in every single category. Absolutely. We're the only profitable real estate company last year. We're the only one that's completely debt free. We're
exclamation point on that. That is true.
I guess we're solvent, not solvent.
It's verifiably true. And actually, when I talk to other agents, I just talked to a Keller agent recently. They know it. They are aware that they are solvent, that there is cash. And I think one of the things that I love seeing, to kind of put an exclamation point on what you're saying there, is I love seeing agents, especially in our network. One, there's no gatekeeping in this network, right? We have a group of people. We are all rooting for each other. We're cheering for each other because rising tide.
We're better together.
All boats. We're better together. That should be a t-shirt. But anyway, I'm sure it already is somewhere. But also one of the things that I really love too is the fact that when I go into our feeds, watch our socials, see people in other areas and other cities, people are posting wins. I mean, they're posting these wins, even in a challenge where some agents are maybe making a decision. It might be time to head for the door, at least for a season.
Yeah.
There's EXP agents. We're posting wins, like the win I shared this morning about somebody who's talking about how they got their $16,000 cap, which is low, by the way, their $16,000 cap back. Like, they got that back in stock. Like, there is an investment philosophy in EXP about the way Glenn Sanford has set this up to make agents successful. Obviously, you're a testimony to that. Obviously, members of your team are a testimony to that. And I do think too, and I do talk to people because I researched it. I was heading my direction. It got, I think, divinely derailed.
Hold you back.
Yeah, it divinely derailed and put back into the right direction. And one of the things I realized is in the community that you come in with anything is always going to play a huge part. And I do think that we have an amazing community. As far as marketing myself, and then Tammy, yourself, just even the people that have a vested interest in my success is amazing to me. I just got and this isn't going to mean anything to anybody, but I just texted Chuck DeFazio, who's in Europe right now, and he just texted me back, and I'm like, there are people that have a vested interest in our success. That's just, to me, that's the kind of community, and people sometimes look at how we've set it up as, holy smokes, you don't have a brick and mortar. It's kind of like Roblox or Minecraft for real estate agents. It's all virtual, but it's actually not true. There's so much community
collaboration.
You almost have to go find it, and it creates that I'm going to go find community, and we've done that, and you've done such an amazing job at that.
Thank you. Well, and that's my passion. I think people, I love people, and I love teaching people, mentoring them, and growing and loving on people and collecting people. So it's so funny. You think that, yes, we're virtual brokers. We don't technically have a brick and mortar. I have more collaboration and relationships locally and nationally than I ever had in 19 years at John L. Scott, ironically enough. And I was at 3 great offices within the company. But what happens is real estate's very insular. You don't want to share your secrets with everybody because they're going to steal what you know and go do better than you can take all your business. At EXP, we're not like that. We're all about collaboration. So I'm basically, Sean, do this. Here's my playbook. Go run with it. And we support each other because we're better together. Absolutely. And we continue to do that. And I think in our group, and even all groups within EXP are not created equal. We have a weekly meeting that we do every single Tuesday from 10 to 12 locally. And we do Zooms with that. And then we do a monthly meeting where it's a big collaboration where agents can come, and it's agent agnostic for all brokerages. And we're just really pouring into each other. Next week, we're starting a 12-week year in a week. And so it's just really learning, growing, scaling. I've never had more fun in my job ever than I have in the last 2 years. It's been a blessing. I've traveled to Cabo twice, and Hawaii and Arizona and San Diego. We're going to Orlando next week, and I'm picking up the last $2,000 of my $16,000 worth of free stock for capping the second year in a row and hitting Icon Agent. So last year I got 14 of my 16,000 paid back because I wasn't able to go to shareholders. This year I'm getting all 16,000 of my stock, of my split back in company stock. which is super cool. So it's basically a net zero of me working here. So you know how we help support other agents. And in the model that Glenn set up, he basically ripped off the page from Keller Williams, where they get paid for 7 levels of what's called profit sharing. Right. So when you bring someone in and they bring someone in and they bring someone in, 7 levels down, they give you a teeny tiny piece of if there's any profit. Right. Well, they intentionally try to zero out profit. There's really nothing left. Sure. So on EXP, they give all the agents, we're owners, so we get 50% of the revenue that comes into the company. Right. So last month, my check was over $10,000 just from helping other agents and having conversations like you and I are having right now. Right. This month, I think it's going to be 14 or 15,000 on my 2nd year anniversary in the company. So if you take 15,000 up times 12, that's $180,000 EXP is going to pay for me to have a relationship with you and to rub on you and encourage you.
Well, and it's so crazy because there's just the component of taking that line that you've created, that team that you've created and you've invested in, that 20 years down the road, that's inheritable, right? By a family member who has, so this is not just an investment that just cuts off. And there's so many little nuances that they have thought about that you can just, it's like, we get excited, not because we've drank the juice. We're getting excited because we literally are swimming in the juice. There is so much positive about this community. There's so much positive about the people that, the team that I work with are amazing. My mentor, Tammy, second to none. She's amazing. You are amazing. Even people that have no vested interest in my life are always investing in me, pouring into me. And one of the things too that I've found and that I think is just so phenomenal is by being virtual, that centralized hub, which if you want to get a chance to, see the centralized hub, nw320.com, reach out to me. I will get you in so that you can see the metaverse and what it's like. You can even take a virtual boat ride if you really want to. But one of the things that is absolutely phenomenal about this is there is always a live training class going on every day, multiple live training classes that are relevant. They are right now, and being redundant, they are relevant, they are right now, but they are literally designed to add value. There's so much of a outpouring spirit concept about making agents great. The marketing is 7 to 9. I've watched it. I understand marketing. I've been in marketing for 2 decades now. I understand that this is a 7-figure investment in seeing marketing succeed for agents. And I just think that absolutely blows my mind. And so you take the team component and the community component that we have brought together, and especially the one that you brought together here locally, and it really is designed to cause people to succeed. And also it is, and I can attest to this as well too, it is also designed for those moments when you just feel like you absolutely can't do it. And I've had those where I've just felt like, oh man, this is harder than it needs to be today. To have people around you who are like, we got you, and keep at it and keep going. And someone who there to kick you in the butt, when you need it. And I think that's something that you've done really, really well. And you've also fostered that in your community of our team really, really well. So I guess to my question of why now, I think, we've answered it pretty well, but I would say why now is if right now there's something in your business model that is causing you to look at the door and tell you can't do it, I would invite you to take a look, like I said, reach out at 320.com or reach out here, DM me directly and just, we'd be more than happy to set up a time, just even the 3 of us to set up a time, a Zoom call, a copy, whatever, to maybe recalibrate your focus and maybe show you that maybe it's not time to look at the door, but maybe it's just a time to rethink how you've been doing what you do. And even if you've been doing it for the last, decade.
Yeah. I was there 19 years. And like I said, I wasn't miserable, but I wasn't fulfilled. And I felt like something was missing. And to come here, like literally, I love the people that I work with. I literally love them. You guys become family. The people that are above us are upline business partners. And we have friends that make $300,000 to $1 million a month in revenue from helping other agents grow their businesses. It's literally next level. And so, and it's like you were saying about the revenue share too, that, what you build is generational wealth. I could get ran over on Saturday putting out my open house signs for this lovely house that I'm sitting in the master bedroom that I staged today. I could get ran over putting the open house signs out. And the business that we've created up to this point will go to my husband. He will get licensed. It will stay with the family. Something happens to him, he gets ran over putting his open house signs out. It goes to our children. And so it's amazing. And so we're creating generational wealth opportunities that don't exist in any platform. I've never personally been happier. I feel like I'm a better person. I'm a better wife. I'm a better mother, better worker. And I would love to have people come join us on this journey. They could come check it out. They can come to any of our meetings. Like Sean said, we'd be happy to have coffee, lunch with you, a Zoom if you're not local, and just kind of show you a little peek behind the curtain of what we have going. It's really, really special. And we would love to have you.
And if you're finding yourself in a position right now, and there's actually even some new things that I've been kind of innovating as I've been, because marketing is what I like to do. I love video. I'm never afraid of it. And training people who are with me on how to, to succeed in that, but also some opportunities that we have coming down the pipe to also start generating leads and helping people out with, hey, here's some lead. This is something to help get your fire going. We're really, really excited about all these opportunities. So Kim, thank you so much. I know I interrupted you in the middle of staging. That's why I said she's amazing. She took a break from staging. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. I was out on the boat yesterday, so I'm ready to get back to that and also to get ready to, getting some families into the home of their dreams. But thank you so much for taking the time. And like I said, if you want any more information about this, or even if you just want to have a conversation, a fun conversation that is not, you just want to do some exploratory, like, hey, just don't tell anybody, I'm just looking, which I just got that call a couple days ago.
We have two right now. Yeah. I have two that we're working with. I actually had a top Windermere agent call me that we met with. And he does 50 to 100 million a year. We met about a month ago up in Bellevue. And he said, you cannot not notice what's happening at EXP. And I want to have a conversation with you. They're like, it's incredible. So there are people are seeing it, and we'd love to have you talk to us and hopefully partner with us.
Awesome. Hey, get back to that. I apologize for taking your time. No, I don't. All right. Hey, that's this episode of the 320. Like I said, you can check us out Mondays and Fridays for that market update. If you're a real estate agent, you know what to do now. DM me, and we will see you next week. Backpack Broker out.